First opened in 2001. We're at Miller Park in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Miami Marlins and the Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers are looking to collect their 8th win in a row next. Corbin Burns, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matt, this guy's been throwing the ball really well. He picked up his 10th win of the year in his last one, and he'd like nothing more than to make it 2 good ones in a row and pick up his win number 11 today.
Stepping up now, Matt Duffy. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Here comes the first pitch. First of 3 here to start the week as the game's first pitch is taken for strike 1. And guys, we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight. Fortune has been smiling on them recently. They're unbeaten in their last 7 games.
You know, Matty, the season's such a grind, and you fight so hard day in, day out, and you're playing against the best players in the world, so you know you're going to lose some games coming out of spring training. To get on a roll where you win 7 in a row, a week of everything coming together, that's a special feeling.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And this is lined softly to the left side, but foul. Now a swing and a miss on the fastball. Then the leadoff man is set down here for the first out of the evening. And here's how the visiting Miami Marlins will line up in this one. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, I really like what Justin Bour does for this team. He's been a catalyst for this team in the last 10 games and in so many different ways. But looking at the one number I'm looking at, a .450 on-base percentage, when you have that and you have the type of abilities that he has, you're awfully dangerous.
At the plate, Diaz, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. 73 degrees our game time temperature here tonight, and it probably won't get a whole lot cooler than that. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Diaz, a native of Puerto Rico. This is his 2nd year as a major leaguer. Here it comes on 0-2. And he takes strike 3 called, and it's a pair of punch-outs that begin the ball game.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
This pitcher's feeling the flow right now. 2 outs in the first inning. He's got really nice mechanics working right now and blew that fastball right by him.
And this will be fouled away. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Well struck down the right field line. But this will land foul as he didn't miss by much. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. And a great inning here as he gets another punch out and strikes out the side in order. 1-2-3 go the Marlins. Now it's the Brew Crew's turn in a scoreless ball game. Albert Abreu will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA. That's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. One good game, one bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
And he lays off there 1-0. Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, they came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty, they got beat up on the homestand. Losing record in front of the home crowd, never good. But I always used to say, sometimes it's good to get on the road. Remove yourself, get out to a restaurant, see a different city, shower it off, and try and fight in front of some hostile fans.
A bouncer up the middle. Diaz is there, and there's one away. Time now for a look at the hometown Brewers starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
You know, I think everyone should keep an eye on Christian Yelich. I mean, this guy is a career 300 hitter. You talk about consistent. He delivers a good at-bat and clutch hits basically every time he walks into the box. I love watching this guy.
In is Christian Yelich. First at bat for him as he enters play number 3 in the National League batting race.
This season really shouldn't come as a surprise to many. We all know what kind of skill this guy produces.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. And there to take it in is Pence, and that's out number 2. Stepping in, Eric Thames. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. First offering on its way. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Carl Dixon.
Hey, D-Row, one of the things you have to be aware of as a hitter from Carl Dixon, he'll call that high strike.
Yeah, he will. So you better be on top of your game with 2 strikes, because if they elevate, good chance Carl Dixon's punching your ticket.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not hitting over 300 by luck. He really knows the strike zone and his own strengths. That last take is a great example.
Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. 2 out, nobody on. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Onto the grill deck and gone. Solo shot here to left. Home run number 15 for him thus far. As the Brewers get on the board first, it's 1-0.
That pitch was grooved right down Main Street. He couldn't believe it. He started salivating when he saw it, but stayed back enough to put a great swing on it.
Digging in, Travis Shaw having a very nice year, currently second in the NL batting chase.
This guy can do just about everything when he's in the lineup. In the top 5 in the league in runs scored, and he's a big part of this offense. So there's more to this guy than just swinging the bat. He can get on base too.
Good off-speed pitch had him out in front for strike 1.
I can't speak from experience, but that's got to feel good right there. Throwing a nasty changeup first pitch and getting a swing and a miss on it. Now he pretty much opened up any pitch in his arsenal.
Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Wow, it just doesn't seem like he's being as aggressive as he was before he gave up that home run. Was throwing the ball great. Now it seems like he's a little bit more tentative throwing the ball across the plate.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Popped him up. Duffy on the move. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Now at the plate, Ken Cortez. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Slider bends into the middle of the strike zone, taken for a strike.
If you know you got a real patient hitter at the plate, I love the mindset of this pitcher right here, attacking the zone 0-0 and getting ahead.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Talk about challenging a guy. He offered up 2 in a row right down the chute, and the batter didn't even flinch. Gotta wonder what he was looking for.
0-2 count, and the pitch. Popped up. Thames shading to his right. Makes the play. 1 away.
So here's how the Brewers are positioned defensively. And guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
Now batting, JT Realmuto. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. First offering on its way. Lined into right, a base hit.
Hey guys, I like the execution by the batter there. He got a hanger in the middle of the plate. He could have come unglued, but he didn't. He stayed focused and drove a line drive base hit.
Here's Didi Gregorius. Realmuto's running. Fouled away. 0-1 count, and the pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And he pushed it just a bit too much. It'll wind up a foul ball. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. Settling in now, Hunter Pence. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. Looked like the changeup slipped out that time, and it misses well above the zone. Realmuto is off of first with 2 away. This is skied out toward right. Cruz has it in his sights, and the inning is over. Marlins leave 1. They trail this one 1-0. Coming to the plate now, Nelson Cruz, and he's really been feeling it at the plate the last week or so. Definitely one player to keep your eye on right now. First pitch of the at-bat. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were two stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
And he pops it up. Diaz calls for it. 1 out.
All right, here's the defensive alignment for the Miami Marlins. And let's focus our attention on shortstop Didi Gregorius. Not only has this guy been knighted, yes, they call him Sir Didi back in his homeland, Curacao. He's one of the best ball players coming down the pike, starting with Andrew Jones, Xander Bogaerts, and it's Didi Gregorius this time. Hits from the left side of the plate with power and the ability to go in the hole with one of the strongest arms in the game.
First pitch on its way. Skied into straightaway right. Cortez is under it. 2 gone. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And in the bat next, the catcher Wellington Castillo. Now here it comes. Outside with the fastball. That's 1-0.
Hey, 2 outs, nobody on, and a power hitter up. This is where, as a pitcher, you got to use the hitter's aggression against him. Get him to fish a little bit. Something a little more out of the zone than normal.
Well, that's off.
And he misses again. 2-0. To short. Throw on the board takes care of him, and that ends the inning. So they breeze through this half of the inning. We played 2 full. Milwaukee leads it 1-0.
Welcome back to Miller Park, where these fans have witnessed a lot of good pitching from their Brewers this season. Coming into the day, they've amassed the most strikeouts in the league, while also issuing the fewest walks, a feat that makes their coaching staff extremely happy. As one of them said to me, when you can rack up strikeouts like we do, but not walk anyone, that tells you a lot about the incredible stuff our pitchers have, and they trust it. Guys, it's an aggressive pitching staff with a lot of swing and miss in their game.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Up next from Miami, Monty Harrison. He'll stand in to open things up here in the third. High in the air out to center field. Bruxton is right there, and it's a very quick out number 1. Now in the box, Albert Abreu. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch on its way. Swing and a liner. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit. Well, that's his first major league hit. There might not be too many more to come considering he's a pitcher, but I'm sure that's still a pretty exciting moment for him.
Hey, listen, hits are hard to come by, Matt. I only had one in my entire 18-year career. 1 for 15, but hey, I still remember that one hit.
Standing in now, Matt Duffy. Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
And he just blasts this thing down the left field line. I thought it might bend foul, but it lands just inside the chalk, and he's able to leg it out for a double. Good looking swing.
Into the box, Diaz, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. Two balls and a strike.
That is a pro pitch right there. 2-0 curveball for a strike. You make those kind of pitches, you'll be around for a long time.
2-2 the count. Abreu, the runner at third. Duffy at second with one away. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
Into the box now, Justin Bour. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Early swing there as he pulls it foul to the right side. The 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Now a curveball misses inside.
It looked like he tried to get him to chase on that pitch there, 1-2. A good idea, but I think now he has to challenge him a little bit. He doesn't want to get into a worse situation with the cleanup guy up next.
He's set. The 2-2. And he's down on strikes, so they get 2 men into scoring position, but that's as far as they'll get as the side is retired. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We're back to Wisconsin right after this. Digging in, Freddie Galvis as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. First offering on its way. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side. And that's in there, base hit.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. Keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
He's set, and the pitch. And they'll indeed have the pitcher squaring around as he puts this one down. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection. So it's back to the top of the order now. And that'll bring up the outstanding outfielder, Keon Broxton. From the belt, kicks and deals. Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. Into the box now, Christian Yelich. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. From the stretch. Hit out towards second. Diaz takes it in. Throw on to Bour takes care of him, and that ends the inning. Brewers sent packing on just 4 pitches, but they lead it 1-0. Leading off the inning, Ken Cortez, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Here's the first pitch to him. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. Count now, a ball and a strike. Swings through it for strike number 2. Hit hard on the ground to second. Fielded by Galvis. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. Opportunity now to peer into the future plans for the Brewers organization as our Road to the Show report spotlights a couple of guys that have been playing very well in recent action. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
Again, he sends it out of play.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first two are retired here to begin inning number 4.
Boy, this guy has really good stuff so far in this one. How about 7 Ks, and we're just in the middle innings of this one. If he continues this up, this could be a real solid performance.
In now, Didi Gregorius looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
The 1-0 is in there for strike one. A ball and 2 strikes to Didi Gregorius. Softly hit to the left side. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Miami down in order. They still trail 1-0. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Eric Thames.
Well, you don't see this very often, Matty V. A 2-strike straight changeup. But this guy changeup is one of the best in the league. We'll see if he tries that different approach this time, and maybe if he gets to 2 strikes, try to use the fastball a little bit more than that straight changeup.
1-1 the count to the Brewers' first baseman. Ground ball right side, straight into the shift. Oh, look at Didi. Got him. So here's the cleanup hitter, Travis Shaw. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Digging in, Nelson Cruz flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. First delivery to him on the way. Less than impressive swing there to start the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Man, that's another ugly swing right there. This team is just struggling so mightily to get on base. They've looked off balance all game.
Right side to his right corner. Oh, what a stop on the slide. He's out. Gone in order are the Brewers, but they're up 1-0. Back here in Milwaukee with Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Don Mattingly about the Marlins' offensive production, and flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said he's been really happy with how many balls they've hit hard and on a line. Looking at the numbers, they've had 7 total line drives, and even though some of those have resulted in outs, he says it's that kind of consistent contact that leads to W's in the standings.
All right, Heidi, thank you. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Hit on the ground to short. Garcia has it. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Into the box now, Monty Harrison. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. And that misses, ball 1. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. 2 balls, no strikes to the Miami center fielder.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
3-0 now.
He's been throwing strikes all day, so you're not up at the plate thinking he's going to walk you in this situation. You need to be aggressive and sit hard at the plate.
From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. That one's in there, 3-1. 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a misses. He was way early on that one. 3-2.
Hey, there was great arm action on that 3-1 changeup right here. He's got this guy thinking. That's the beauty right now. We go to a full count. Do you sit changeup or do you stay with the heater?
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
Not too often you see an at-bat go from 3-0 to a strikeout, so that's a pretty good job on the mound right there. Kind of nice that he got a free strike on the 3-0 take, but he still had to put it in the zone.
Stepping in now, Albert Abreu. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. The 1-2. And it's fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. This one's flared out toward left. Here comes Yelich. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. They certainly know how to have a good time in Milwaukee, and I believe this may just be a brand new type of polka. We're back at Miller Park right after this. Next to bat, Orlando Arcia. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning. 1 away, and here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. Diaz into shallow center. He can't get to it. This one's down.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
In now, Freddie Galvis, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike one. A base hit in his first trip. The 0-1 on its way. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Good job of making him chase that pitch down below the strike zone. That's where you want to pitch when you're looking for the double play ball.
Fastball, strike three called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away. Next for Milwaukee, Corbin Burns. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance.
And not easy to do in today's game. High velocity, exploding breaking stuff. He executed that sac bunt perfectly.
1 ball, no strikes the count. The 1-0. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Milwaukee leads one. They lead it 1-0. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Matt Duffy. And Dan, he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Strike taken up in the zone. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
Nope.
And he lays off the pitch down and away. Ball 2.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. A swing and a ground ball to third. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Digging in once again, Diaz. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First delivery to him on the way. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. And the off-speed pitch is taken here, a ball and a strike. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Well, you know you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
The 1-2. Misses. Ball 2.
Ball 2.
Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. And he fouls this one off. The 2-2 one more time. That's lifted the other way out to left. Yelich is under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Ready for another shot now, Justin Bour. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business. This offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now this one hit hard out to right field by Bour and deep. Oh, and it's off the foul pole and right for a home run. It's a solo shot for Justin Bour, number 14 on the season, and with it the Marlins are back even now at 1-1. Into the box, Ken Cortez, as he'll take a changeup here for strike one. No hits to this point. The windup and the 0-1. Hard stuff on the corner, and he's got him 0-2 now.
Hey, that's obviously the game plan against this guy. Bury it in on his hands. He finds himself down 0-2 now. He doesn't know if he's coming back in there or going breaking stuff down and away.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left, but it'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2. Here's another one that's drilled, this one to left. Yelich retreats to the track, and he'll put this one away. So a sigh of relief as the side is retired. Marlins able to knot things up on the solo home run. Bottom of the sixth coming up, all even at 1 apiece. Back here in Milwaukee at Miller Park as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, during the break, I caught up with Craig Counsell, the Brewers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And he mentioned they need to show a lot more patience with their at-bats moving forward. 7 of their at-bats have resulted in first pitch outs. So he said they need to find ways to get better pitches to swing at early in the count. That or change their approach and work themselves into deeper counts where they might get more chances to hit a mistake pitch. Either way, they're looking to make adjustments down here. Matt?
Thank you, Heidi. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt to first pitch.
Oh, that's out.
Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Harrison is after it, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. Ready once again, Christian Yelich, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Now a flare out to left center. Pence coming on. He can't get there as it falls in.
Hey, Dan, as a former pitcher, that knock just took him to a 12-game hit streak. Is that in the packet when you're looking over the lineup?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, D-Row. You go into a pitcher's meeting, and they're making fully aware of who's hot and who's not. And trust me, they knew that he had an 11-game hitting streak. And after that knock, it's an even dozen.
Into the box now, Eric Thames. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Here's the 1-0. Liner in there for a base hit.
Yeah, batting averages are much better 1-0 in a count than they are when the count is even. They opted to go with a pitch out to lead off the at-bat, and it obviously cost them. No real damage done yet, but now they've even got a tougher situation to deal with.
And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. He has flied and lined out in 2 trips in this one. First offering on its way. Line to the right side. Cortez is right there as he takes it for the second out. Striding in, Nelson Cruz. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Liner towards second, but right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. Brewers strand a couple. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Back here at Miller Park in Milwaukee. All square at 1 as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do, let's take a look at the game summary to this point. Stepping up to the plate, JT Realmuto. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. In there, and it's 0-1.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Yeah, it really does, Matt, but this offense isn't helping him too much. It sort of feels like the next team to score is going to win this thing.
Realmuto behind with an 0-2 count now.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
This is line to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
I know they say sometimes that these things even out, but that was a bullet line drive that gets caught. He would have represented the go-ahead run.
Standing in now, Didi Gregorius. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Oh, and 1 count and the pitch. Ball 1.
That's inside.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
On a swing to forget there, it's back even at 2-2.
That's been a great pitch for him all night. Able to push him, pull the throttle a little bit, throwing a good fastball located and mixing in that nasty changeup with good arm action.
The 2-2 is looked at and the count moves full.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And he lays off ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
In now, Hunter Pence. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The 0-1 fouled off. 0-2 count and the pitch. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Man, this at bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
Lifted in the air to center.
Broxton's under it.
And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Stepping into the box, Monty Harrison. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First delivery to him on the way. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. A ball and a strike.
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked a guy up with it.
Fouled away. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Broxton going back on it. And he makes a nice catch on the 1 left for Miami. Score remains tied 1-1. Ready now, Orlando Arcia 0 for 2 for him to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. There's a fastball right down Broadway taken for a strike.
They haven't gotten much going against this guy so far in this one. He's been pitching well. And one of the key numbers to look at, first pitch strikes over 70% so far in this outing.
And a leaping effort there, but this is down into right center, a base hit.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Swing and a miss, and he needs a little discipline here. 0-2.
Yeah, Matty, not only is this guy using all 4 quadrants, he's elevating, getting their eye level up with a quality fastball.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Outside. That's
well outside with the curveball for a ball. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
Well, pitching domination continues. Just a total of 2 runs on the board, so both of these starters should feel really good about their showings. If you love good pitching, this has been the game for you.
Stepping in now, Freddie Galvis. He swings and lines it to left. And that finds a seam for extra bases, as we'll see if they want to wheel that go-ahead run home from first. Arcia is on his way home. And he's safe at the plate as they take the lead.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's one makes you feel really good about yourself.
Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Scott Ober is on his way into the ballgame now, as he'll be making his 50th appearance of the year. Ryan Braun will grab a bat and pinch hit now, and he'll be looking for at least a fly ball as he's got a runner at third and only one away. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball one. For the current campaign, Braun is carrying around a batting average in the 320s. That's what you might call potent.
You want to talk about having a career season, Matty. This guy's batting average is through the roof, one of the best in the business, and maybe more importantly, his OPS is through the roof as well, which means he's doing it with damage.
And that'll bring in the speedy Keon Broxton. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. Line toward the gap in left center. Hence is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. But the Brewers do pick up a run here on the RBI triple. We'll march on to the 8th. 2-1 Milwaukee. Corey Knebel will come on now to make his 30th appearance of the year so far. Ready now for the Marlins, Brian Hernandez. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Swing and a miss, 0-1. And it's fouled away. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. And another foul ball. Hit down the third baseline. But this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Now here it comes. Popped him up. Casilla is there. 1 out. Final line there for the Brewers starting pitcher. He was great all night long.
Matty V, really a solid performance. 7 strong innings pitched, in line for the win. Needs some help for the bullpen to close this one out.
Now at the plate, Matt Duffy. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. First delivery to him on the way. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. One and 1 to the Marlins leadoff hitter.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. Try to hold back, but he won't be able to as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang bang plays at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
Into the box, Diaz, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. They're down 2-1. Digging in now for the Brewers, Christian Yelich. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Hard hit ball to second. Diaz fields it cleanly, and a good throw gets him 1 gone. Digging in and looking for more, Eric Thames. He singled his last time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And now the second pitch of the inning is popped up over on the left side of the infield. Under it, Gregorius, and that's out number 2. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Travis Shaw, 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. So they go quietly here in this half inning. We've played 8 full. It's the Brewers 2 and the Marlins 1. Justin Bour will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Josh Hader comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th. First offering on its way. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Comes set, and the 0-1 is an off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
1-1.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
The 1-1 is in there for the second strike. Got him, and he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
When your closer comes in and strikes out the first guy he faces, everyone on the team can kind of take a deep breath. Still have 2 more outs to get, but retiring that leadoff guy is always huge when you're trying to shut a game down.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
When you find yourself in an 0-2 hole against one of the best hurlers in baseball, you're basically just hoping to make contact. He's so good at putting guys away, though.
Slider. Ooh, thought he had him, but it's 1-2. Grounded back up the middle, and that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
He had him on the rope against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank, because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there, made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. Into the box now, JT Realmuto hit pretty well out toward right center field. Cruz will have plenty of room as he makes the catch, and there's a big out number 2. Digging in to try it again, Didi Gregorius. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. First pitch coming. Here it is. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
You go down 0-2 to a guy with this type of arsenal, man, you got to step out of the box, clear your head, and just fight.
Miami down to their last strike.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
And now a crowd right around 25,000 strong comes to their feet. And he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
Wow, that's 8 wins in a row, and it seems like they can't do anything wrong. When you're riding a streak like this, you eat the same food, you drive the ballpark the same way, you do everything the same because you don't want to do anything to jeopardize this streak.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. Milwaukee jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Corbin Burns earns his team leading 11th win. Albert Abreu pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Josh Hader records the save, his 29th of the year. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter @MLB.